Hello and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. We're in the great metropolis of Cleveleys today. It's a sunny morning. I'm looking at the clouds up there and they're all blowing away. There's a few down here, look, to get rid of just yet. But it's a lovely day, so we're going to go and take a look at what's happening in Cleveleys this week. So don't forget, if you're new here, make sure that you've subscribed, make sure that you've hit the little bell for notifications, and make sure that you've signed up for your Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter. The link is in the description under the video and it's full every week of all kinds of useful and interesting things. So we're going to go and take a walk and see what we can find. Now this is a busy little crossing. This is known as Cleveleys Square, this. And it's where all of the traffic converges. So this is Fleetwood Road, I think. Oh, I just walk across it a million times. I just live here. I can never remember. There's the tramway. This is definitely Victoria Road West, going that way and then that way. I know that one. And this is the Fleetwood to Blackpool tramway. So Fleetwood's that direction and Blackpool is that way. So that kind of gives you your bearings. So we're in the town centre at the minute and the first stop is over here because we're going to go and see a naked sheep. We're going to go and see a naked sheep because we've got various projects that are starting to come to fruition in Cleveleys. And one of them is an installation. I can't tell you any more at the moment. It's an installation for Cleveleys in Bloom. And we've been in the naked sheep before. It's a wool shop. It's marvellous. It's a hive of all things interesting. So we've been speaking to the owner, and she's going to sell us some wool at a discounted price. I want it to be a surprise when we get a little bit closer to actually doing it. But bear in mind that everything we're doing in the town centre is to make the town centre economically better and more vibrant. It's obviously nice that people want to join in and want to be involved. So thank you ever so much, Naked Sheep, and we will come inside your shop and we will have a look. I just wish I could knit, because I was looking at these yesterday. I popped in for some of that discounted wool that she's very kindly given us, well, sold us. And I just wish I could knit, because they've got some beautiful stuff and patterns. Let's go in and take a look. I think it's a very good name for a wool shop, the Naked Sheep, because obviously when you've shown them, they're naked, aren't they? And it's Michelle's mum that has the shop that does all the knitting. So, and I think it's fair to say that when you can see stuff knitted up, it makes you more inclined to buy the wool and make it yourself. Because the ball of wool doesn't quite have the same effect as a knitted jumper, does it? Although there's some beautiful balls of wool. This is nice. This is very my colour. That will go to my coat, look. So there's all kinds of everything in here. There's special offer stuff. If you're a crafter and a knitter, come and support the Naked Sheep. Ooh, chunky hats, patterns, needles, buttons. This is what we're using. This is what she's selling us at trade. And if I just say that's the colour I've already bought, that'll give you a little bit of a clue. She's gone out of the way so that I don't catch her. And then all your bits and bobs to make your cardigans and your jumpers and your things that you're making and your toys and whatnot. Oh, it makes you wish you could knit. It's a very good shop. Now then, here's a puzzle for you. Can you see on right in centre shot on that lamppost there's a little connector socket thing dangling? Well, you might remember that it's only a few short weeks, it seems ages ago now. So in a few short weeks since the Christmas lights were up in Cleveleys, the snowflakes that were on Cleveleys Square. And it might only be March? It might only be February, I've got no idea what month we're in. But we are already starting talking about Christmas again. The berries are still here, look, from the Christmas tree. I don't know. So we're starting talking about Christmas again already. Tomorrow, actually, I've got my first meeting. I've been trying to get the Christmas lights guy to come and talk to me ASAP, because you might remember that we put these first festoon lights up. So we've got a huge fundraising campaign in front of us, because currently they stop there because that's the last lamppost. So somehow or other, by fair means or foul, it would be nice first of all to finish them off and take them to there, to this corner, so that we've at least covered the full stretch, and then we've got all the other areas of Cleveleys to cover as well. So the more money that we can raise, following me, those sirens, the more money that we can raise and the more that we can get people involved, the more that we can actually do and make the town look even better this festive season. And it will be here before you've had a chance to blink. This is my favourite cafe. I'm going there in a minute for a meeting with somebody. Well, I'm saying my favourite cafe, one of my favourite cafes. This is Irene's, the all-you-can-eat breakfast place. You might have seen the Mac Master came and did a vlog in there, and there's a little bit of video I'm going to drop in from yesterday from Care for Cleveleys. This is the alley where we were fettling yesterday. Here we have Digger Dog. Otherwise known as Jack, taking his weeds up in a very
Mr.
look at that. Don't that look better?
Mr. Russell.
Don't that look tidy? That's one little bit that we've done. We've taken weeds up in the alley and swept up round back of Marks and Spencer's. I don't think are we taking all them up as well?
What?
Are we taking all them up? They do look a mess, don't they?
They do look a mess.
They do look a mess. We'll have them up. So this is one of the alleys in Cleveleys that is a bone of contention. So we're on a mission to tidy it up a little bit. We're on a mission. Look at all these weeds and they grow like lightning. Bearing in mind it's February. And this is Debbie and her husband, and they're doing descent. We've got some good scrubbers, you know, in Cleveleys. Here's another lesser spotted litter picker. I think that's Liz. So we've been right round here. This is my next purge, the edge of the wall, I think, at the side of Fylde. So we're trying to make all the outlying areas look tidy as well. So we've litter picked. Debbie's done a sterling job here. Look at this, not a weed in sight. She's flogged like a Trojan, she has. Digger Dog's been busy. So we've got all the weeds up, all the way around this corner. We've done the alley, we've done down here, we've done down here. We've tidied the entrance of it up, and you might be able to see another two down there. In fact, they look like they've cleaned some right muck up. So this is the back of Victoria Road Shops, which you've probably never been down unless you've been in the Regal, because this is the Regal's beer garden on the right. So we're trying to keep all aspects of Cleveleys clean and tidy. So got a bit of litter there, look. This is Andy and Sue. You're doing a cracking job there, Andy.
Nice fitting, very unpleasant.
Yeah, very unpleasant but very rewarding. Very rewarding. Goodness me, you've shifted some rubbish, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you shifted 3 sacks?
Yeah.
Between you? Wow, I think Kevin did. You'll notice that the town is beautifully clean and tidy, and there's very little litter, there's very few weeds. I mean, that's helped by the fact that it's February. We do have a puddle problem like that one, but hopefully we might manage to get that sorted out at some point. And I'm going to tell you a story about clocks now while I'm stood looking at it. The observant ones amongst you will have noticed that the clock doesn't work. It's been stuck on 2 now for about 6 months. And there seems to be some kind of problem somewhere in the gubbins. And we don't know whether it's because there'd been a fire or something in this stretch of pavement underground. You might remember this block paving's been up and down like it's on elastic. And we don't know whether it might be a fault up there in the clock. And you can see, looking at it, that the clock itself looks a bit shot at. So there is a plan to tidy it all up and make it look a lot better. So the top needs to come off, which will need a cherry picker. So this square bit needs to come off, which will need a cherry picker to lift it off, and then be repaired and mended and the electrics sorted out and repainted, and the pole needs repainting, and then we'll all be tickety-boo. So you can imagine that's not a quick job. It's not going to happen immediately. It's not going to happen in 5 seconds flat. But we're on with it. Well, the council's on with it because the council are doing it. And all the little snowdrops look are in flowering and flowering. So we're going to do a little bit of a move around in here and put some more grasses in the centre and tidy that up, because of course that is one of the jobs that the Care for Cleveleys team does. We look after that garden along with the grey pots. My next trick is a call at our local friendly jeweller, the lovely Daniel. Look, hiding at the back of I thought these were nice. I was looking at these yesterday. I thought that was very nice. As I said to him, it would cover a multitude of sins, would that? It would cover a multitude of wobbles. There's a nice pink colour as well in it, look. Nice that. Come a little bit near to show you the picture properly, but there's some lovely clothes on this stall. And I think it adds atmosphere to the town centre. Let's go and see what the lovely jeweller's got. Oh, that's a pretty one. Oh, trust me to find the most expensive one in the window.
Yeah, of course.
£9,000.
Straight to one. Yes.
Trust me. Hello, it's the Mary Celeste. It's that woman. It's that woman again. Let's see if we can find a jeweller. So the jeweller, Mr. Daniel, is sizing the ring. There's my post, look there in that drawer. So what are you doing? Because I know you're a proper jeweller and you get your hands properly mucky.
I'll turn this off so you can hear.
Oh.
Proper mucky hand.
Proper mucky. We like proper mucky hands. Right, so if you're sizing a ring, what do you do then?
So this ring's going down 2 sizes for a customer of ours, so it's a lovely...
Oh, it is nice, that. It's beautiful.
So we're going to just first cutting a piece out, and then it'll go in some acid for a while, and then it'll be ready to rejoin.
Right, just like that?
Pretty much just like that.
Just
about
like
half
that?
an hour process if you take away the soaking time. So.
Very good. And is that a ring that you've sold?
I think... Yeah, it was one of ours in the past, I think. This one.
And she's lost weight?
Yep.
She's lucky.
She is.
And she's lucky. We need to lose some weight. So this is his little cubbyhole where he sits in and does all his goldsmithing stuff. Is that another repair?
Another repair there. I'll show you a lovely one we've just...
Yeah, you see, he's a proper jeweller. He knows how to do all proper stuff. He doesn't just flog stuff, do you?
Nope, definitely not.
Don't just flog stuff.
This is one we've just finished. If you was here half an hour earlier.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Another one that we
that's
sold to a lady.
beautiful.
Just under 3 carats. This come in for sizing as well.
That is lovely.
Just before Christmas, so.
She got that for Christmas?
Just before Christmas, I think it's an upgrade of an.
That's I wonder if I could give that idea to T-Boy in training, perhaps. That might be a good idea, might it? I think after 30 years I might be doing an upgrade, might I?
Possibly.
Might be
We've
doing
also
an
got some
upgrade.
postage
Oh,
in.
fabulous,
Now,
right.
The postman said that some of these look like they've been in the system for a while, so they might even be Christmas cards.
I think they probably are.
You never know.
I think they probably are.
If I take your camera.
Oh, cards. I think these are Christmas cards. I think you're right. So if you want to send anything to Phillips Jewellers, that's the address. That's the address. We'll give you the address. Because I can never remember what it is. I just say it next to One Bargains. Yeah. That's where I always think you are. So I quite like actually getting Christmas. It's a Christmas card look. I quite like getting Christmas cards after the event. So that's from Connie. That's from Connie. Thank you for brew it too every week. Well, that's just going down the pan, isn't it? Brew it too. It's going down the pan rapidly. And that one's from Sue Frank and family in Wigan. Now, if I'm not wrong, I think I met Sue Frank and family at the Christmas fair at the church. Might have, but you know what I'm like with names. Terrible at names I am. And here's number 3, here's another one. And that's from Crispy. Oh, thank you, Crispy. That's our number 1 mod. I can't say that, see that. Love the content in the videos, I think it says. Yeah. Lovely. Thank you ever so much, Crispy. Marvellous.
Starting the festive season early, Jen.
Absolutely. And thank you to Daniel for taking me posting as well. So we've been in the jewellers for our Christmas cards. So next stop is a nosy in the shipwreck, because if you're a regular, you'll know that it's been closed for a few days this week because they are relaying the floor. It's that spring cleaning time of year in the hospitality trade. I knew they were doing it. They'd got a bit of a wobble on the old one, so it looks like bedlam at the minute. So this is about 11 o'clock on Wednesday, and they're telling me that they'll be open and finished about this time on Thursday. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope they are. But you'll be back in action soon. And here's the planters that they've been seeing to. So put some new plants in, and then we'll get ready for doing the spring planting to make it look all pretty for the start of the coming year. The great metropolis of Cleveleys. Look how clean and tidy it is. We've got some little crocuses flowering away. What a lovely, lovely place. Actually, if you're a visitor, I'll show you something that's in the notice board, because we had a map in the bus station, which is another story for another day. And we've got a little baby version of it, a little mini-me in the notice board. So if you come for a day trip and you come from the car park, which is that away, that's the short stay car park. If you come for a day trip and you're not quite sure exactly which direction you're supposed to be going in, here's a map. So you are here at the moment. Bispham Road is that one over there. The sea is that way, there. So that's the sea swallow that you can see from there. So that just gives you a bit of a bearing for what you're aiming for. So we've got a little bit of bad news on this corner. We've got a little bit of bad news because you'll all know that M&Co nationally are closing their chains. I've just been inside and had a word with one of the staff, and it sounds like at the moment that all the stores all over the country are probably going to be closed and gone by the end of April. So if there's anything that you want, if there's anything that you particularly like, now's your time to fill your boat. You need to get whatever it is that you want. I've got my M&Co jeans on. I have very comfy they are, and they're reduced if you fancy a pair, if you want a pair. So there's a little bit of good news to go with it, because Cafe Renoir is, I believe, open. Somebody asked about it the other day. You'll know that it's been closed for a few weeks over winter, and they've been refurbishing it. Well, I'm saying refurbishing, redecorating and doing it out inside. So that is now open again, and I think they're still finishing some little odds and ends of jobs off. And would you believe we are just about at the seafront? you go. There's all the scaffolding poles and the clutter look on the pavement at the side there. Looks as if they've finished. Looks as if they've finished doing what they're doing. And just a short little hop and a skip and a jump away from the main shopping street at Victoria Road West is Cleveleys bus station. And of course the UK's first B&M bargains. Not to forget that. That's our claim to fame, that in Cleveleys. And we're on a mission to try and brighten the bus station up. So we're going to be doing some kind of fairly basic tarting up, cleaning up, tidying up, prettifying type things, which are sort of superficial and just make it look a bit more pleasant and welcoming. And one of the things that we want to do is to put some baskets on the barriers, so that we've got some big flower baskets on these railings, which will brighten it up and make it look considerably more attractive for people that are using it and people that are passing through it, because it's a major gateway. There's two of our biggest long stay car parks over there, so anybody arriving as a visitor is going to come across the road and through the bus station, and we want it to look bright and welcoming. So we're hoping to do that with a little bit of help from our friends at the Dickens. Because this is Care for Cleveleys Central is the Dickens. This is where we have our monthly-ish meetups. The lovely landlord Craig has offered to host us noisy bunch while we plot and plan and decide what we can do to make the town better. And currently, Craft Union Pubs is running this campaign, Love Your Local. And basically it's a little application form, and all you need to do is to pop into the pub and pick them up, fill it in. It's completely free to enter. Fill it in, and then you can either do it while you're there or drop it back off at the pub. And on the Care for Cleveleys Facebook group, there is even the writing, there's even the words that we want you to put on your form in order to help us to get the barriers at the barrier baskets at the bus station. So we've thought it out. We're trying to get everybody coordinated to ask for all the same things, so that we stand a better chance of getting some money. It's one of these community payback type things that a lot of these big chains and brands do. So I think that's all I've got to report this morning. I think that's my story for today from Cleveleys. Loads of stuff going off at the back of the scenes, things I couldn't possibly tell you because I'd have to kill you. So you'll just have to keep watching, get them notifications enabled, and you'll have to keep watching and keep listening out for what's happening next. If you love this lovely town, oh, that is just awful. Pick your muck up. If you love this lovely town and you want to help it to look even better than it is, number 1, pick your dog muck up. Number 2, put your litter in a bin. And number 3, join the Care for Cleveleys Facebook group. And then you'll find out everything that's going off and what we're doing to make this lovely town even more gorgeous. Don't forget, make sure that you've subscribed, give this video a like, share it with all your friends. And until next time, from lovely Cleveleys, I will see you later. Bye for now.